Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. So I'm going to share with you a screen so that it sets the idea for what is about to come, and then we will continue talking. Share audio system. So welcome everyone. We are talking about justice for Gabby Petito in context with how social media does help us with social justice in the world. So the context is the biggest media trial right now that is happening in the USA, the country where I live in. We have been obsessed by justice for Gabby Petito from the past, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks. And I just want to show you how all this is playing out in the media and how it is helping, how it has helped bring Gabby home, and also how it is going to bring justice to her. So just want to show you that in juxtaposition to what is happening. So let me just check. Okay. Dara Kakalji, thank you so much. Thank you, Judy. Thank you so much. Okay, so this, I am so excited that this is, you guys are here. Thank you. So here, just want to show you what is happening for the past 4 weeks in series of videos, pictures, social media posts that active citizen journalists like us, SSRians, are doing, and helping Gabby and her family get the justice that they deserve. Before I get into her story, I just want to show you this picture. This is somebody that had created as a poster for her as a tribute around her family home, I believe. So if you can see, this is what I found this on Twitter. Again, full disclosure, everything that I find is either available on Twitter, TikTok, or any other social media apps that I have got this from, any of the screenshots or videos. So let's go here. I just want to show you, I'll give you a timeline about what has happened so far. And then as we are going along, I'll show you. Okay. So this is, so first things first, let's do this. I'll just show you a quick idea. I'll give you a quick idea of the timeline, and then we will continue. So who is Gabby and what is this whole deal about? So let's talk about that first. Okay. So Gabby Petito is a 20, oops. Gabby Petito is a 1991 born girl, 22 years old, 22 and a half years old by the time of her death. And she's the one who actually ends up starting in July 2nd. She goes on a road trip with her boyfriend. The original plan was for 4 months. They were going to go all over the USA to all different national parks and live hashtag the van life. So if you guys have been following how millennials like to live their life, millennials are those ones who have been born after 1980, 82 to 1995. Those are the millennials. And if you see, obviously Gabby is not a millennial, she is a Generation Z. And if you see her life, they go on this road trip. Okay, they condense everything that they have, put everything in a van, and then the idea is for 4 months over the summer and the fall, they were going to go around national parks in the USA. So here, July 2nd, she leaves, and the last time anybody has ever seen her is August 27th. So around September 21st, almost a month after that, her body is found in Montana, in a state called Montana, in a national park. So between these, so the topic of our conversation is going to be what happened between August 27th and September 21st that helped Gabby's family and the law enforcement and FBI and everybody to bring Gabby's body back home. Okay, so this is what we are going to be seeing. And this is to give you guys an idea of how whatever we are doing as SSRians every single day, does it matter? Does it not matter? All these things that keep going in our head. But if you see the biggest case in America right now, how social media has played a very, very big role. Let me just remove the banner here so that everybody can see what's happening. Yes, so if you guys can see, the biggest case here in America right now has been the reason why Gabby's body was found was almost exclusively can be, given, social media sleuths can be given full credit for that. Of course, the intention of the law enforcement, of course, the intention of the police matters. So, okay, so let's quickly jump into what has happened with Gabby. So Gabby is this girl. She on July 4th, 2 days after she leaves her family home and starts driving around the US to go to national parks, she says this is the tiny home that they are going to live in for the next 4 months. And this is one of the pictures that she posts. Okay, so Gabby, nobody knows her except some of the people that watch her. She's a YouTuber. She was a YouTuber, so people who watched her YouTube, or people who were following her on social media were aware of what she was doing, but that's the extent of it. Okay, so now if you see on TikTok right now, if you just search for the hashtag Gabby Petito, you can see there are 1.2 billion views on her hashtag. So if you can see the extent to which social media has played a role in trying to hunt her whereabouts, find her whereabouts, and also hunt the person who is singularly responsible for what has happened to her. So, how did this happen and what happened between these days? So, we are talking about here August 27th, the last time anybody has ever seen Gabby alive, and September 21st, her body is found in a national park. Okay, so what has happened? So this is what we are going to be doing, and how social media has played such an active role in finding her. As of today, this is I think the 12th day that her boyfriend, who is the main suspect, Brian Laundrie, is the one who is missing. This is the 12th day that he has been missing, and the search is still on. This case is very much an active case. So everything that I'm saying is already in the public domain. I'm not going to be obviously talking about any sensitive information because I personally don't have any sensitive information. Okay, so as you can see, people become quickly obsessed once people find out that this girl, this beautiful 22-year-old, has gone missing, who was supposedly living the dream life. So if you can see, she's parking her van and her tent in multiple places around the US, and she is just, posting all these beautiful pictures. Okay, and it is a dream for most of us to leave our day job or our just monotonous life and just go and embark on such a beautiful fun life. So people are obviously just smitten. As you can see, this is her van life. Once again, she's posting pictures. This is the van that Brian Laundrie ends up driving 40 hours back on September 1st without Gabby in it. Okay. He just drives back, not to his home, but to his parents' home in Florida. So what happens, nobody knows. And that is when the media and the social media, the mainstream media and social media, go into overdrive. So let's see what is happening here. if you can, once again. So Gabby embarks on this journey of, so her nickname is Gabs, and she has embarked on a van life, like a 4 month long road trip in her van along with her boyfriend, and she is never again seen alive after August 27th. So if you can see, this is her last post, and she says happy Halloween, although it is only August 25th. So once again, social media experts, social media people in social media are like, why is she talking about Halloween 2 months before Halloween has already started? But people are like, maybe she came across some pumpkins, she's feeling like it's the fall season, the colors are changing, and maybe that's what she means. So a lot of things, a lot of people actually continue talking about her, and I'm going to show you guys the timeline of what has happened. So along when Gabby is posting all this, Brian also posts something very similar right around the time that they embark on this journey. So he says, downsizing our life to fit into this itsy bitsy van was the best decision ever made. So, how do you come from there, and how do you end up losing your girlfriend out in a ditch in a very, very remote part of America, in a national park? And how do you go from here, supposedly living your dream life, to uh, just becoming the most wanted fugitive in America? So how does that happen in a matter of 2.5 months, right? So just want to showcase this again. This is when they are embarking on the journey here. All good and nice, everything looks great. They're always, just like any millennial and Generation Z, they are pretty much living out their life on social media every single day, eating for them, for their picture, like posting for their pictures, living their life, doing whatever they do on social media. Everything is on display. So these are the two profiles I just wanted to show you. This is Gabby's last post on August 25th, and August 27th was when she was spotted alive. So as you can see, this is Brian's profile, and I just want to walk you through a few things that have been on social media for a while now. So this is Joseph Petito, Gabby's father, and this gentleman is married to another woman who is the stepmom of Gabby Petito. So he posts this picture, and this instantly goes viral, and it's just from there on, you can imagine the media frenzy. If you Google, like I was showing you on TikTok, if you just Google Gabby Petito, it's just the 1.2 billion views, and you can imagine the frenzy around it. So once again, this is what Joseph Petito posted a couple of days ago. Gabby's father, he's going to create a foundation which is going to help give resources and guidance to missing children's families. So the biggest problem that Gabby's family faced is there is absolutely no communication from Brian or from Brian's parents on what has happened to Gabby. That has been the biggest roadblock for them. They don't have answers. They have no clue how she ended up dead in a national park. That is the biggest problem. So as you can see, uh, so she's an angel right now, and this is her tribute, her father's tribute. As you can see, their family has been very tight-lipped until yesterday. I'm going to show you a small clip of their tattoos that they have gotten for themselves for Gabby. So once again, the media is asking questions. She was once a very happy girl. What happened to her? This was the trip of her lifetime. This is what she wanted to do. And she had so many plans. She loved being outdoors, scuba diving, hiking the Appalachian Trail. Like anybody who is living and breathing in any all of us who have dreams and aspirations for our life, imagine being 22 and just ready to take on the world, right? So this was, um, her family says this is who she was, and it's just heartbreaking to see how people just end up getting into the company of people who are just so vile and volatile. So here, once again, tributes have been pouring in. She was laid to rest, and it was a public tribute, like so. And as you can see, we are now calling her America's daughter. So as you can see, Gabby Petito's case, partly because of so this is how, if you can see the parallels between what our justice movement has been for and what people have been fighting for Gabby Petito in a matter of 1 month. If you can imagine, the number of Google searches or the number of posts on her have just been, you can just see, if you can see how many pictures, how many portraits, how many drawings, how many beautiful, poetry or stories have been written for Sushant, you can just imagine. Look at these tributes everywhere. And this is where her body in Wyoming, there is a state in a national park, and there was already, from the drone footage, you can see there is a giant cross. This is the exact location where her body was found, near a stream of water. And you can imagine her, somebody had put this out for her. So this is, from the beginning to the final ending, if you can see, if you can call it that, it's just so heartbreaking. 22 years old girl, right? So just imagine. So once again, what is happening on social media in the past 1 month that has led up to this movement, that moment, that is what I want to show you. And a small snippet of this, I just want to show you. This is one of the ladies who had actually given a ride to the boyfriend when he was looking for a ride. Okay, so I just want to show you her video. Just
Hi, my name is Miranda Baker, and on August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park at 5:30 at night at Coulter Bay. I'm hoping this can help someone identify him because I saw him from TikTok, which then made me call the authorities, and my boyfriend and I have been in contact with a bunch of different people to help.
So as you can see, this has also been picked up by the FBI, so that this lady and her boyfriend were also interviewed, and a lot of information has been taken from them. And if people say that they have seen something, they know something, if law enforcement takes it seriously and follows up with it, the result is just remarkable. So if you can observe what has happened, again, all this happens between August 27th and September 21st. So if you want to have an idea of what happened here, so why does anybody know? So Gabby's family is just thinking, okay, so Gabby has been talking to us. August 25th was when she had called, and 27th was when she had texted. So everything is great. But then September 1st, Brian shows up all by himself in the white van in his parents' home. So then people keep getting confused. They don't understand what's happening, because there has been a week since Gabby hasn't been talking, and they have been trying to reach Brian, and they find out that Brian is already in his parents' home by himself. So September 11th, Patriots Day, they actually end up going to the police, and they say Gabby is missing. So between September 11th and September 21st, social media detectives go on overdrive. And then 21st September is when law enforcement has been able to find her body. And before this, her body is found, September 19th to now, almost, uh, yeah, like, or even before 18th or 19th, Brian Laundrie tells his parents that he's going to a national park to just cool off, okay, right there in Florida, and he has not been seen till now. So we'll go over all that. First, let's go back to, okay, just want to see what's happening. Hello, SK Mugli ji, Mani ji, thank you. Thank you. We stand for justice is here. Thank you. So here, if you see, just want to show you the next thing. Absolutely, another life, just heartbreaking to see what's happening. So if you see the next thing, how this whole thing evolved, I just want to show you. Okay. So this is how the social media goes on overdrive. I just want to show you the power of social media and how we are able to bring justice to the people who don't have a voice anymore. So look at this. Uh, all these people, right? Like just you and me, just SSRians, just going on the internet and trying to figure out what happened to America's daughter, Gabby Petito. Okay, so here, look at this. There is this, how can any parent see a picture like this of their child? Gabby Petito, please turn yourself in. So again, just common man like you and me, just asking them to turn himself in, because Gabby has been. So this is from a screenshot uh, when police had stopped them, and I'm going to show you a video of that on August 12th. They're stopped by the police, and I'm going to give you a little bit of background when we get there. So as you can see, this is by the Utah police station, and this is a screenshot of them. And they're both stopped by the police because they are driving their car erratically. Okay, they're just like driving, not driving really well. So then the police stops them and they question them and they just let them go. So there has been a lot of blame on the police also, that if Brian was restrained that day and talked, about domestic dispute, domestic violence, and all those things, maybe we wouldn't have been in this position. So there's a lot of conversation around that. So as you can see, okay, so once again, just a little bit of a comedic insight here in what's happening. Literally, America was just taken over by this case, just like a lot of SSRians might be able to be identified with this GIF here. All excited to go bed earlier, and here I'm refreshing every 5 minutes for a Brian Laundrie update. How is this investigation so tight-lipped? So if you can see the similarities between what we are facing with the CBI and with our law enforcement, and with where the investigation is going on, as you can see, even on social media, people are like every single minute trying to find out if Brian Laundrie has been found alive, has been captured, because justice for Gabby Petito is just so important. So this is something that has been going on. Once again, detectives, all social media detectives, common people, the lot of people who are like saying that around September 6th, Brian Laundrie was cited somewhere. So if you see, look at this, there is a tattoo here. People are zooming in. People are just doing these screenshots. He was in some kind of a convenience store somewhere, shopping for something, the timestamp and everything. As you can see, this is a sighting of Brian Laundrie. Okay, so unfortunately, they haven't at least told us what the reason is, but they have declared it. Thankfully, they have declared it a homicide. So yeah. Okay, so here, as you can see, this they are just trying to anybody who has any kind of footage, they're just posting it online. As you can see, how we have been researching and talking about SSR's case over and over again, so that the media doesn't, because the mainstream media has seemed to lose interest in and doing whatever they do with Bollywood and everything. Here, social media is trying to keep this active. Where is Brian? Where is Brian? We need to find him because we need to ask him questions about what has happened to Gabby. Absolutely, justice for Gabby. So here, if you see, this is again what regular citizens like you and me are doing. Once again, and if you see the flip side of this, if you see the flip side of this guy, it is just so sad because a lot of incorrect sightings of Brian Laundrie have happened. So anybody who remotely looks like him are posting on social media saying that, dude, I am not Brian Laundrie. So this is like a sad byproduct of our social media. We tend to become very, very aggressive sometimes, and whoever looks remotely like him, who's a bald guy and who has maybe a fair bit of beard, we are like, oh, this is Brian Laundrie. But this teacher, unfortunately, our teacher is like, guys, I am not Brian Laundrie. And you can see in the background, he has this just because he did not want himself to be mistaken for the main culprit here. So once again, I think, give me 1 second. Okay. So here, once again, if you see what law enforcement agencies have been doing is they have been combing the park around Brian's home, which is a very, very big, thousands and thousands of, hundreds of thousands of acres of land, marshland, and it's called the Carlton Reserve. And if you can see, again, citizens like you and me saying Brian Laundrie could be hiding among alligators and poisonous snakes, he will feel right at home. As you can see, the sarcasm is just through the roof because everybody is just so hell bent on getting Gabby Petito her justice, and they are just like ripping apart Brian Laundrie. And you will see that Brian Laundrie's family has also been heavily targeted. And I'm going to show you a quick video about that. If you can see, let me show you here in this context, just like how Brian has been rightfully targeted for lack of a lot of information from Gabby Petito's family. This is what has been happening whenever they go to where is this video? 1 second, I just want to show you something that has been happening. Yes, so let me open this video. Okay, if you can see bullhorn protesters outside Brian's house. So the main culprit here, Brian, and his house has been surrounded by protesters with loudspeakers, and they have been non-stop calling out Brian's family, saying that they need to come out and speak for Gabby and speak for her justice. So this is, citizens taking matters into their own hands. And we are going to talk about this, how Generation Z is much more active in taking matters into their own hands as far as justice is concerned. I'm going to show you a little bit of research on that. But look at what people are doing, their neighbors, citizens who are concerned about justice for Gabby. It's just amazing. They're just.
You guys are murderers. You guys are a murderous son. What were you thinking helping your son? What were you thinking? Huh? You guys have blood on your hands too. You have blood on your hands. You helped your son escape responsibility and you should be held accountable for that. Shame on you. Shame on your Laundrie family. Shame on you.
So as you can see, they are saying that you have blood on your hands. Why did you help your son get away? And you have shame on you. So that's what they are saying. These are all citizens just going and protesting in front of Brian's house, Brian's parents' house. So that's a little bit of that. Just wanted to show you that. Jolly Goshal, hello ma'am, how are you? Judy, is it possible to connect to you after the show? I have something to share about some real life stories of high school girls getting influenced by some cults, cut off relationships by whole families. Absolutely, absolutely. And that is, there is a lot of analysis about Brian's personality also, that how he might have taken this girl into, completely started controlling her. And there is a lot of talk about that as well. So yes, please, Judy, definitely we can talk about that. Thank you so much. So here, if you see, okay, once again, Just wanted to go over what is happening around social media and how people are. Okay, this is the lady who has actually seen uh, Brian and Gabby, and how Brian was just so controlling about her in a restaurant. This happened August 27th, and the minute she sees Gabby Petito's photo in the news, she immediately alerts authorities, and she's all over social media trying to talk about the case and trying to tell the world what she has seen about Brian's conduct. She has released a lot of videos and she has been interviewed by media heavily. But this is one relevant video that if you can watch.
Back in the restaurant probably 4 more times, just to kind of make a scene and just to get his point across, which, I don't know what that was.
So just to make a scene and just to get his point across, Brian Laundrie was being very, very rude, and he was being very demanding with Gabby and the waiters in the restaurant. So that is what she says. As you can see,
really don't know what happened, but she just apologized. I think she was telling him, like, come on, like, just drop it, let's go. And she, like, looked at the hostess and she was just like, I'm sorry.
So Gabby ended up apologizing to the hostess of the restaurant about Brian's behavior, and they quickly and she tries to quickly convince him to get out of the restaurant because she did not want to create a scene. But Brian was being, just being a dick about something. Like he was not being nice to the hostess. So maybe they did not get the right order or something. We don't know. But as you can see. So then, okay, once again, one more thing, just like me with in Sushant's case, I'm sure a lot of USSRians are able to identify with this. So me checking Twitter every hour if the FBI has caught Brian Laundrie. So if you can see this, um, literally every single morning, and I'm like, okay, please, CBI, where is it? Where is it? Are you there? Are you there yet? Right? Every single day trying to figure out. So this is, I think, Honey Boo Boo's mama. I don't know. This is a reality show star, and this is a GIF that has been made out of her. Yeah, this is our life, right? Every single day, whatever we are doing, we want it to come to fruition. We want it to come to an ending and a conclusion, the way we want it to, rightfully come to. So, just wanted to. Okay. So once again, I'll. Okay. Jolly Goshal ji, thank you. VP, hello sir, how are you? Dharma Patel ji, namaste, how are you? Okay, excellent, Jolly ji. Dastur Khan, world is watching about these nonsense happening to innocents and seeking for justice. Absolutely, sir. And you know, and that is the beauty of social media, right? We are not going to stay quiet anymore, and that there is a lot of power in that. And I just wanted to showcase this case because from the past 1 month, people have been on this case and they have helped bring Gabby's body home. Literally, people like you and me have been able to find her body and inform authorities about what has happened. So it's just amazing. Tripti ji, hi, welcome, ma'am. So here, if you can see, again, just like how we keep questioning the CBI, in our case, people are questioning the FBI, why didn't the arrest happen earlier? Why didn't, when she was, if you can see the original timeline, September, if you understand, September 11th, the family reports Gabby missing. Okay, so then what is the problem? Why can't we just immediately bring Brian and find out where he is? And here again, somebody is saying the FBI gave Brian Laundrie a 5-day head start while not immediately making him a suspect, despite him being the last person Gabby Petito was on a cross country road trip with, and he returned in her car without her. Okay, he's like so frustrated, right? There's so many such things that we have also come across in Sushant's case, where we are like, it's just laughable sometimes the way things are going. So once again, if you see again social media detectives talking about, so if you remember, I just wanted to play this video so that you guys have an idea of what's happening. There is a Okay, there is a footage here of August 2012.
Telling a darker story.
So on August 12th, again, this has been taken from the Today Show from Australia. This video is their copyright. Um, so August 12th, there is a body cam footage. There is the police stop the van that Brian and Gabby were riding, and they questioned them, asking them what was happening, why they are driving so. They were not driving really well. They were just driving, haphazardly on the road. So they are stopped. But then, if you can see what happens.
Telling a darker story.
We're driving by and I'd like to report a domestic dispute. We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
So once again, I want you to see the 911 call, the call that was the police had stopped them because a 911 call had also come, and also because they were not driving properly on the road. So once again, I'll just play the call that made the police come and stop them.
Telling a darker story.
We're driving by and I'd like to report a domestic dispute. We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
We've been fighting all morning, and
So she is stopped and she's crying, and Brian is like, she was just saying something, and we're just like, just slapping each other, just like, and they try to make it. And the police, actually, to their, credit, they were just like trying to understand if this is just like a small case of, just arguments or something like that. And they did not take it seriously enough that it is a domestic abuse, domestic violence kind of a situation. That is the biggest problem here. So you never know, a lot of things keep happening. People keep calling the police for all kinds of random things. So, police don't, in this case, they did not take it seriously, unfortunately, and the result is this. So again, people were seeing signs throughout all these things. So now let's rest this out. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so here, if you see, just wanted to highlight the difference that social media talks about in how we present our life to the real world and what is reality. If you see somebody, just a sad, I keep telling a lot of teenagers that I talk to, we want to show the world this, but this is the actual reality. If you see, we always present a great, we showcase our life as if it is so beautiful, but only we know what is happening in the inside, right? So just don't go by looks always. Not everything that is on social media is a reality, and this is a great lesson for us to understand. And this is what this lady or this gentleman Dylan says. Gabby's YouTube video from the right, and so left is Gabby's YouTube video. So on her YouTube channel, she posts this picture of how such a beautiful van life she's living, and this is actually what the police find when they open the doors for the of the van when they stop her. So just don't go by the looks. This is a great reminder for all of us who take social media a little too seriously. Okay, so once again, so there is a dig on Florida police who are trying to look for the, that they're not necessarily probably doing their job kind of thing. And here somebody is commenting, Florida police searching for Brian laundry. Okay, so if you can see, the nail is on the top of their head. Okay, so they are not doing a good job. They are not nailing this bench, but they are putting nails on their own head. So that is like a little dig on, like how we keep commenting on CBI and NIA and ECB and all those authorities. People also keep commenting like that. So once again, if you see this is how police is very transparent. The minute starts searching for Brian laundry, it's just showing where you can track the flight, where you can see how the investigation is happening and everything. And if you see this, okay, there's no audio. So if you can see all these, they're going around every single island, the marshland that is hundreds of thousands of square miles. It is just going around that in search. They were also trying to do it in the night time to try to find this culprit who has run away to a neighboring marshland. So that's what's happening. And of course, as usual, the tons and tons of people who have jumped. If you just search for psychiatrists analyzing behavior clues of Brian Laundrie, we can see tons and tons of these things. So just exactly like how we have been what we have been seeing in Sushant's case, you can see it all over again. Social media is just relentless. These people are like trying to find out where could he be hiding out. Everybody, this is like a very very hot topic right now on YouTube. Everybody wants to know what has happened to him, and you can see. So once again, I want to show you another picture from another screen grab I got. Again, all rights go to this go to this channel. Here, the screen grab that I got. Here, if you see, look at the comment from one of the people who are watching it, right? So this was a 5-hour live that they did to find out where Brian Laundrie is. And if you can see Brian, and they're asking, why are Brian Laundrie's parents not giving a television interview like other parents? Do they have anything to hide? Are they lying? People want answers. If you can just give us answers, we will leave you alone. All those questions that people are raising. So it's just amazing how citizens are being so vigilant and so vocal about what they're seeing. So, okay, just wanted to show you a study about why we are seeing this increased. Oops, actually, this is a better idea. This is Pew Research Center. This is copyrighted by them. Just wanted to show you, Pew Research Center is a very, very prestigious research center, and you can see that Generation Z, the ones that are born after 1995, don't believe that anybody else has the has more invested in their future than themselves. So what they do is they take matter into their own hands. They want to solve their own problems, even when it comes to social justice. Actually, Generation Z puts social justice even ahead of climate change. So that is the reason why we are seeing so much of activity around social justice. If you can see, once again, for
We're
those
not
of
going
you,
to stop.
oops,
I have 500,000.
dude, one second.
I will.
This TikTok drives me crazy. Sorry, guys. I'm going to play this video. She is the one who went absolutely viral last month. And she was one of the very, very vocal social media activists social media personalities who actually helped Gabby's case get into super limelight. And if you can see this video, one of the many videos that she has done on the case.
I will continue updating about the search for Brian, what's going on, until we figure out what happens. Not just until we find him, but until we figure out what happened in this case. We need justice for Gabby. I will.
And she says the reason why she's interested in all this is because there's so many missing people reported every single day. And if we just keep quiet for one, if we just keep quiet for two, this will be a phenomenon that will never stop. And this is, once again, there is one more lady who does the same exact thing. But I just love her creativity and her ingenuity. If you see, she's actually trying to solve true crime mysteries while she is doing makeup. So she is actually talking about real grisly crimes, real crimes, while she is actually applying makeup, doing tutorials on makeup, and she actually ends up talking about these extremely violent cases. And she also helped Gabby's case get into the forefront. So here, if you see, each one has like 17 million, 2.3 million. I mean, it's just through the roof. Like this lady, I think her name is literally Lizzie. That's what her hash handle is. And she's one of the ladies who has brought this into limelight as well. But her ingenuity is like her speciality is she is constantly talking about all these unfortunate and horrific cases while also doing makeup tutorials. I think that is like immediately something that can grab our attention, because you're just so, I mean, I don't recommend anybody doing any kind of weird things, because we already have been seeing a lot of weird shit going on with SSR's case. Unfortunately, people just milking it. But the point is, if you really have something to put across, you can just do it with this kind of creativity. So, okay. So this is one of the very, very important videos on social media that actually helped. If you see, Red, White, and Butane is a YouTube channel, and this family is driving in the same exact place where Brian Laundrie's van was last spotted. And that is where police get this information, and that is how they find out. So this family ends up going on a road trip. They come back home and they're just checking out their videos, okay? And then they keep hearing about the white van that is a part of Gabby's missing case. And then they're like, we saw a white van somewhere. Where was it? And they look at all their footage, and this is what they find out. And in their and then they post it on their channel, and so they send it to law enforcement, and it's
To
just amazing.
include this in the video just in any way that we can help and get this out there to be able to find Gabby Petito. So if you could share it, if you know anything, please don't hesitate.
Yeah, as we're coming up on it, we're approaching it up here on the left-hand side. This is most definitely Gabby Petito's Ford Transit van. It's kind of wild, like it's insane a little bit, because we drove past, we actually weren't able to find any sites, and we ended up driving back through, saw it again, but here it is on the left. So,
And I slowed it down so you can possibly see it a little bit better.
but kind of freaky for a late Saturday evening, but we just kind of had a brain fart. Oh my God, there's that van. So if anybody can help, I know the FBI is looking for all the help they can get on the case.
So this is literally how social media is set on fire. The minute this video is posted, the family is like, guys, I think this is the van that Gabby rented out to go on this trip and everything. So please, if you think it is, FBI can take a look at it. This is our video, and they post it on their channel. And they are travel bloggers actually, and they end up spotting this. And it's just amazing. There is a lot of news around this spotting of this video, where supposedly on the side of the road they find a small scan, the pregnancy CT scan, where you can see that there might be was Gabby pregnant, because of which they got into an argument. So there's a lot of theories made around that, which I haven't gone into to look into, but there's this footage is the clincher, if you can see, that helped Gabby discovered around. So what happens immediately is to Jolly Goshal's G's point here, FBI works very fast. He not only that, FBI not only very fast, it actually has a helpline set up for all kinds of tips to come in their regional offices and their central offices, and they take every single tip very, very seriously. So there is the part about the part about intent being there, that yes, we want to do justice, we want to bring justice to the family. That intent is very much there in the FBI, as you can see. And this is what the video is, one of the videos that is the clincher. So once again, I'll just look at Padmaja ji, welcome ma'am, hello. Judy, Tripti, many Eastern mushrooms in June 14th. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, yes, absolutely. Mushrooms is the right word here. Unashamedly cashing in on many unfortunate deaths. It's disgusting. It's just very, very sad. Yes, ma'am. And even in Gabby Petito's case, I see that a lot of tarot card readers have come up, a lot of psychologists and psychiatrists who are analyzing what must be going through their minds, before all this unfolded. I mean, it's just like on and on and on. It's just again, vulture, TRP vultures, right? That's what we can call them. So um yeah, Jolly Goshalji, thank you, ma'am. Yes, yeah, so social media has this like glossy, they you can just gloss over as if everything is beautiful, and everything is just not the case. So that's yeah. Hello, Tanya ji, how are you, ma'am? I hope you're good. Okay, so okay, VP says, Tanya ji, are you feeling better? I hope you are. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you're not okay. Justice for Gabby, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, let's just continue talking anything and everything, because a lot of people, whether it is men or women, they are always like, once you go into that kind of, you know, mindset that he is the person or she's the person who loves me, you get into that victim mind, that you cannot leave them and go, because what will happen to you on the other side, right? Like, how will you survive without their nurture and love? That is the kind of yeah, you might be seeing her on Facebook, Jolly G. Yeah, this lady is very popular. I think you're talking about this. Yeah, and I just think that she's super creative in what she's doing. Once again, if you see, there is this gentleman called Brent Shavnor who has repeatedly analyzed this video as well. He has also gone viral. Again, you can see a lot of social media detectives going here, and he actually talks about how in this footage, when he slowed it down by that channel, when he slows it down, he can see that the van door is actually closing shut right at the time when they are arriving. So were they still there when these people were driving by? So a lot of, as you can see, they look at a lot of, yeah, lot of screenshots, lots and lots of, like, were they still there, what was happening. Look at this kind of research that people have done in 1 month. And can you imagine how much of research we have done in 1 year, in over a year? So that is the beauty. Once again, okay, again, look at this. Here is the real reason why police are having trouble finding Brian Laundrie. And again, there is a dig on the police. They say that, oh, they did nothing for 11 days while the woman dead in a ravine. Ravine is like what is it called, valley ravine is like, I don't know how to describe, but it's like a small opening between mountains, where water and, like, rocks and all those, like, they just so she was found dead there. And people are taking a dig on police, and like how they are not doing a good job and all that. Of course, like, there's, we have to also do that to keep them accountable, obviously, but not to the point of degrading them and all that. So here somebody has posted a screenshot of CNN here. I have one final segment here that I wanted to show you guys. Once again, for those of you who are just joining, I just want to show you this is the timeline. Basically, July 2nd, she leaves on a 4-month road trip with her boyfriend, never ever again seen alive by her parents or her family members, only whatever we see on social media. This is her final post. And September 21st is when her body is found. So September 11th, she is reported missing, and September 21st is when she is unfortunately, her body is found in Montana in a national park. So let's go here, and this is done. There is another segment that I have here. Just a funny aspect of it. I just want to, okay, take this. I hope you feel better soon. Shri is here. Padmaja. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you, Tanya ji. Just please take care. Okay. Yeah. Jolly ji, well said, ma'am. Yeah. BS4J might be Varun Taniji. I'm not sure who has the admin rights for that. But okay, so let's see. Shri VP, where is her boyfriend? So it has been, this is the 12th day or 13th day, ma'am, and they haven't been able to find him yet. They're looking for him. So I just want to show you quick. Okay. So I just want to show you a few things that have been happening around the case. So the boyfriend is still missing. People have been sending a lot of, he has been missing, and I want to show you a few things here. What is happening? There is a circus that is also happening, unfortunately, around the whole case. Okay. So there are a lot of people who are trying to cash in into this whole thing. Hopefully their interests are valid and they are not in this for limelight. So just let's hope that they're not doing this for any kind of limelight. So here okay guys, there's some funny conversation happening in the chat. Okay, so I just want to show you a few things while that's happening. Dude, where is my folder? Okay, Gabby Petito's folder. Okay, so if you can see, there is a screen grab from the Inside Edition video from yesterday that I took. This is Gabby's parents. I think this gentleman is the father. This is the mama. And they are step parents here. So both the families are standing here in solidarity for Gabby. And this is their first public statement through their lawyer and by themselves. And here they are showing the tattoos that they have gotten for in remembrance of Gabby because they have laid her to rest. And this is the dad and this is the mom. And as you can see, there is something that they have done. So this is again Inside Edition who holds the rights to this. So let it be. So this is her writing and her quote, Gabby's quote, let it be. So this is, I think this is very significant that they wanted something like this in her own handwriting here. And it's just very sad. It was a very sad press conference, as you can see. So here the family also speaks. Just like how Sushant's family has always said, you can see.
Gabby's family said today they are relying on each other to get through this difficult time and say they will not rest until they get justice.
So once again, Inside Edition holds the rights to this. Where is the volume? Where is the volume? Okay, put the volume at the highest, but they will not rest until justice is served. So that is what they are saying, as you can see. And one more thing. Okay, so two more things that are happening. It is like, I don't know, you can call it a circus. It's just a little sad. It's a little crazy, but as you can see, this is a gentleman who's called John Walsh, and he has his own reality show, and he does quite a bit of true crime investigation. He has a giant team, and he has his own show on investigation discovery. And he has jumped onto the case and said that there have been multiple sightings of him all over, all over the Appalachian Trail, in Mexico and the Bahamas and everywhere. And this is what he was telling the media. So he is also hot on his trail. So hopefully he's also going to be helping the authorities. This is again, he's an independent agency, and they don't have anything to do with law enforcement, but they help police quite a bit in cracking mystery cases. So this is what is happening. Hopefully all these people are not here to milk the case. That's what we can hope. And as you can see, this will bring a little bit of nostalgia to the case here. Just want to show you this. People were celebrating when the FBI took over the search for Brian Laundrie. Just like how the local law enforcement agencies were not able to find Brian Laundrie for even like 7 or 8 days, and the FBI was given the case to investigate. So since then, they have expanded their search and have been doing quite a bit, but they haven't been able to do a whole lot. I mean, they haven't been able to bring him to justice. So that is what is happening. And I also want to show you something before I go to the funny parts of the whole thing. There is this, it is amazing that there is this lawyer communication that is happening. If you see here, it is so amazing, the power of social media and the power of, so WPBF, I think this lady is a reporter in some news channel in Florida, and she is saying that she is in contact with Brian Laundrie's um, family lawyer, and he is responding to them. So look at this. Can you confirm if laundry folks have submitted their own DNA? No, they did not. So I don't know if this is all acceptable to be in the public domain or not, but people are actually posting. Even the media, the mainstream media, especially in Florida, where Brian has escaped from, they are very, very active, and they are actually in touch with the lawyer of Brian's family, and they are communicating in. So this is something that has been very, very interesting. And if you can see again, hi Stephen, can you confirm where Laundrie's parents went? People are wondering why they left their home. They are wondering, trying to clear the air and confusion. The Laundries went to Orlando to meet their attorney. So if you can see, literally, uh, the media, this lady, I think she's a reporter, and she's asking the lawyer, where are his parents, why did they run away from the house, and they are saying that they have just left to another city to meet the lawyer, so to meet with an attorney, maybe. Yeah, so just a family attorney, criminal attorney, there can be many kinds of people, so he's uh, just talking about them. So again, a lot of things are happening on social media where people are actually posting screenshots of the communication with the, they are actually, this is just so transparent and just so open, and it's just such a relief to see all kinds of these things to, make sure that things are going in the right path. So um, okay, so now I just want to check once again the chat window, and then I want to show you something which is very, very funny and crazy that is also happening in the case, and then we can close this. Second. Okay. Okay, so talking of social media and its relevance today, I remember the disappearance of little Madeline McCain in Portugal 14 years back, and when she was just 5. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was just horrific. I remember Madeline, I was just obsessed and I was glued to the TV back then. That is so true, Trupti. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Can you imagine how many sightings and how many pictures of hers would have been like floating around, and it would have been completely a different ball game. Uh, but anybody who doesn't know Madeleine McCain's story, the family is in a resort enjoying dinner with their friends. The dad goes and checks in to see where the if the children are still asleep, and again goes back to the dinner with his wife. Uh, and then later on, when they go back to check, this girl is not there. So it's just what happened in that resort. Did anybody kidnap? The parents were also thought of being involved. It's just a big gigantic nightmare. She would have been, yeah, it's like almost wow, has it been 14 years? Jeez. Okay, we came to US in 98 and know back then how to guide my child because I knew life in America is not a fairy tale. Yeah, sure. Okay. It's okay. I think it's okay to be a old-fashioned mother, Varuniji. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. It's sometimes it's okay to just to do things the old-fashioned way. So, okay, like Arnab Goswami. Okay. Uh, Second Shri VP. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So, guys, okay, funny comedy here. Okay, so let's just see. Just want to go over a couple of more things, and then we can, like in 5 minutes, we can wrap up. I just want to show you something which is funny that is happening around the whole thing. Again, a lot of people are mentioning about the sightings and one thing. Okay, so this gentleman over the past 2 days has stepped in to help solve the case. Okay, so if you see, this guy is known as Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's the dog. He's his name, I don't know his real name, but he has stepped in to help out the case, and he has said that, oh, I have a team and I can help out and everything. He actually has his own reality show, and he helps catch the bad guys. And he also, if anybody needs any help, he's always there. And he's like he is on this channel A&E, and he has this show. I don't know if it's still running or not, but basically this guy is now, and I just want to show you the different kinds of memes that are happening ever since he has claimed that he is going to be helping with the case. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is, this is a dig on Brian Laundrie. If you can see this, imagine giving birth and raising to a child who grows up to be so worthless that a scumbag like worthless scumbag, that Dog the Bounty Hunter shows up at your door. Okay, so it's a dig on both of them actually, and so Brian Laundrie, and there's a huge following for Dog the Bounty Hunter as well. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of fans, and this is probably not as much as a dig on Dog as it is on a Brian Laundrie. So the next thing is, okay, so there is this is a dig on FBI. Obviously, this is all these people who have commented are saying that if Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Laundrie before FBI, then we really need to evaluate FBI. LMAO, I'm rooting for Dog the Bounty Hunter to beat the FBI at finding Brian Laundrie. When the Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Laundrie before the FBI does, will people see how much of a joke the national security agencies are? Go Dog. So this is the state of affairs. Poor FBI is having to also deal with all these trollers, like how CBI is also dealing with us. So it's not any different. I just wanted to highlight that. And let me show you a few things, tweets, and then we can wrap up. Just extremely funny. Yeah, so this gentleman, he comes and he's like, hey, I'm going to help out the case, and then the internet went crazy. So just want to show you that.
So we had a very good lead come up today that he was down here in this park not very far away. We checked our lead out. It is confirmed. The parents were down here 2 times. It was September 1st through the 3rd and September 6th through the 8th. They registered to stay at this park. They were registered, went through the gate. They're on camera. They were here. And they did enter. They did come here. Allegedly, what we're hearing is 2 people left on the 8th. 3 people came in on the 6th, and 2 people left on the 8th. I think he's been here for sure. So there's a lot of little islands around the area where we're at that he could get to on a canoe. We talked to the caretakers today of the islands. They said he could be out here, that he was here.
So he's saying that a lot of caretakers around the islands in the marshlands have been, the people have been reporting sightings of him. So a lot of things are happening, and he comes on news. And look at the comment here: Dog the Bounty Hunter putting the FBI and the local PD, the police department, to shame. So that is what is happening here. And then if you can see, again, memes of him when Dog the Bounty Hunter gets better leads in 2 days than FBI has gotten in the past 2 weeks. Okay. And this is just a dig on, unfortunately, the law enforcement. The real question is, again, should we be concerned if Dog the Bounty Hunter is able to find Brian Laundrie before the police? So it's literally like who is going to find out first? So again, they actually they call, so Brian Laundrie's parents call the police when a dog the bounty hunter comes and knocks on their door. So they call the police, and so they're saying son killing his girlfriend, no problem. Covering up a crime, no problem. Helping son escape, no problem. Being hated by the world and lying to FBI, no problem. But when dog comes knocking on your door, call the police. So once again, all these memes that we have been seeing around, all our SSRians who are just so creative, I can see that happening. So Sonal, hi, welcome, ma'am. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, so this is all I had, guys. Just wanted to show you that whatever we are doing here, we are going to be working on things like this. Just tributes like this have been pouring in. So many people have been, talking about her, about justice for her, and it's just been. So, this is the timeline so far. The boyfriend hasn't been caught yet by the FBI and the Florida State Police. So we're just waiting. But the awareness that people have been creating, and if you can see the 1.2 billion views that social media has been able to gather for this, and if you see tons and tons of people reporting on what they think must be happening. Whatever we are doing on Twitter, if you can juxtapose it to whatever we are doing on Twitter for Sushant, if you can just juxtapose it to what is happening in the Gabby Petito's case on TikTok, it's just amazing. So, okay. Okay. What is Spock doing here? Okay, I can speak issues. And chanting rather tender. Don't see them crying, witch hunting. Rather, you seem to give a damn about gender of culprit. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely well said. Yeah, this, and it is very much, and the whole process seems to be very, very transparent. If you see, uh, thank you, Pramod. Hi. So yeah, so if you see, the whole process is transparent, and social media is just like, whatever social media, the tips and the things that people come up with, and if you see anything, say anything, that kind of mentality, and the police are going to take you seriously, and just help solve the case and bring justice to the family. So that is the most important thing. And yeah, so hopefully, it's just sad, 22 years old, and nobody deserves this, and especially not at 22. So just wanted to keep this as the final picture. And thank you, everybody. We are going to talk again next week. I'm just going to give a couple of minutes for everybody to talk here on chat. But so this is Justice for Gabby, and I want to highlight what we were talking about earlier. So this is to show you guys the juxtaposition of the biggest and the longest social media trials that we have seen. One is, of course, Gabby Petito here in the US, and the longest social media trial that we have been doing for Sushant. I don't think we can afford to stop at this point of time, because so much is at stake, and this is just not done yet. So let's see. Okay. Thank you, Jolly G. Thank you. It's just for Gabby. It's just for us, sir. Absolutely, sir. I know there's so many topics that we have to talk, Priyanka ji. It's just, I've been, so much of news and so much of satires I have planned. Uh, just incredible how people ready to play victim. Star kids talking about their struggles. It's just so many things that we have to talk about. Okay. Okay. Pramod, I'm going to look at it. Thank you, sir. Okay, Sonal and SK Mugli ji. Okay. What did Sonal say? Sorry, I just missed it. Okay. Thank you, Varun. $1 billion business. $1 billion business. Oh my gosh. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Okay, please continue to raise your voice for all the right reasons. Please, if you are, imagine 8 billion people and 1 billion of us are children under the age of 18. We just cannot afford to uh, just continue doing the same shit that we have been doing for 40 years, consuming whatever we have been consuming in the name of education and entertainment. We're at the precipice of the social media mammoth, taking things into our own hands. And yeah, thank you, Jolly Ji, thank you, Judy, thank you, everyone. My pleasure. Thank you, Tanya Ji. Okay, over and out. Bye.